Bonjour! Welcome to another episode of Cuisine Michelle. I am Michelle. So happy National Spaghetti Day and happy, let's see, it's on the 11th day of Christmas. And also Happy New Year. This will be our first video of the new year. So lots of happy today. I'm going to be trying a recipe that I have never tried before that looks really, really good. And it's for spaghetti with pancetta and rosemary. So to start off with, obviously, we're going to need spaghetti. I'm going to cook this according to the package directions. To make our sauce, we are going to need olive oil, a sprig of rosemary, white wine, crushed tomatoes, pancetta, some chopped up garlic, and Parmigiano-Reggiano. Let's get started. All right, so here in the pan, I've got 1.5 tablespoons of olive oil that is already heated up over medium heat. I am now going to throw in that 1 sprig of rosemary, and I'm just going to kind of saute it here a little bit in the oil. You can see it's starting to crackle just a little bit. We're just trying to kind of get the rosemary to be fragrant. Now we're going to go ahead and add in, this is 2 cloves of minced up garlic. And we're going to stir that around until the garlic starts to soften, so it shouldn't take terribly long. Now we're going to add in 4 ounces of diced pancetta. And we're going to cook that for a couple of minutes. Okay, we are now going to be putting in 1/4 cup of dry white wine. I'm using just a Chardonnay, the Barefoot Chardonnay. And we are going to let that cook until the alcohol has basically evaporated from it, just maybe a minute or 2. All right, now that, and I am just going to, full confession here, I put in a little bit of my dried rosemary. It's actual rosemary that I grew and dried, so I added a little because I wasn't getting much of the rosemary fragrance off of here from just this little tiny sprig. So they might have intended a bigger sprig when they made this recipe. And of course, I'm always modifying these recipes to my needs. Anyway, now we are going to add in 14 ounces of crushed tomatoes. These are actually crushed tomatoes with basil because that's what I had on hand. So I'm going to use that, and I think the basil will be a perfectly fine complement flavor in there as well. We are now going to bring this sauce to a boil. Once it boils, we're going to keep it, we're going to adjust the flame or whatever you have. Mine's the induction, so adjust your heat, and you'll want to keep the sauce at a simmer for about 10 to 12 minutes. Okay, now that the sauce has simmered, I basically went about 10 minutes. We're going to go ahead, and I removed the rosemary sprig that was in there. Also, I did add salt and pepper to it. We are now going to take our cooked pasta. This is 8 ounces when it was uncooked of spaghetti. I'm going to go ahead and toss that in. Let's stir it up to combine. It's smelling very delicious. And then the last thing is that we're going to add in 1/2 cup of grated Parmigiano-Reggiano. And cut my heat, and I'm going to plate that up so we can go to final plating. All right, here we are at final plating. This smells and looks fabulous. I added some extra Parmigiano-Reggiano on top. So I'm going to see how this is. still pretty hot, so give me just a moment here. Do not want to burn myself. Oh, it's fabulous. Oh, perfection. Oh my goodness, that is so very yummy. I highly recommend that you try this, and I hope that you will join me for another episode of Cuisine de Michel's very soon. Please be sure to like and subscribe. We're getting really close to our 1,000. Could you be dear and help us out? Get us there to 1,000 if you haven't subscribed already. We'd really love it. And of course, keep watching. We love having you here. Make some comments, and we'll see you next time. Au revoir.